Bonjour metal community, or something like that. Pardon my français. Yeah, today's video is gonna be just French bands. I thought it was a nice touch. Since I have 5 bands here, I could, sort them out. French death metal is not much you hear about, really. Most of these releases are death metal or in the vein of death metal. And, French metal is very well known for the black metal, I feel. But yeah, do have some old bands here that have new releases. In the background, we are listening to the new Loadblast, Altering Fates and Destenies, out on Listenable Records, our French label. Yeah, there's no winner because the lyrics are here, of course. But yeah, great band. Been following this band since the early 90s. Released some great albums in the 90s, and then they had a short break, I think, or just didn't release something, and they returned back in 2004. I think they have in total 8 or 9 albums. They started out as a thrash band, and Loadblast was one of the first, if not the first, French band to, like extreme metal, to record something, even though it was kind of a death thrash project back in the days, or brutal thrash. The first album, at least. Yeah, I've been a big fan of this band, and they have released some killer albums. This is the previous album. I have to admit I haven't gone back to enough to listen to it, but I feel this album is better. It's more kind of energy in it. The vocals are a little bit more evil and better, more juice in him. Fantastic artwork, by the way. Still have a little bit of thrash in their kind of both sound and riff wise. They're not never been one of the most brutal bands anyway, but always liked their music. And this album, I've just played it 4 or 5 times now, but I'm really liking what I'm hearing. Also picked up a t-shirt, which was really cool. There's nothing on the back. I never had a t-shirt with Loudblast, which is a shame because, should do so. But yeah, I will link it up below so you can go check it out. I really like this album, and one of the legends from France. And the next release is also in the same vein. This is more evil, death metal, or death metal with a little bit thrash as well. This is Merciless, new album. Both these albums are recently put out. This is through Osmose Productions, so this is black vinyl. It has kind of 2 different labels on the inner, so that's cool. But yeah, Osmose Production, I like Osmose. They're not expensive, and they're always printing enough vinyl, and they do print black vinyl, which I prefer. The Loadblast album is not. It's kind of a marbled red, black something. It looks okay, but black vinyl is better anyways. But yeah, if you don't know Merciless, it is an old band as well. They might be at 7-8 albums this band as well. I should have double checked that, but kind of a little bit more evil tinge to their music, I would say. Also imagery and lyrically, it is a little bit more in that vein. But great band, always like this band. Been following these guys from the first album, so it's really cool to get a new album from them. And they have, again, it's a little bit like Loadblast. They have kind of reformed or restarted their career in the early 2000s, and they do a killer job. Great album. more riffy music than Loadblast, but yeah, again, another legendary French band that you should know and check out. I back in the day, I kind of, when I first bought the first album, I thought I was buying the Swedish Merciless, but yeah, I'm glad I picked it up anyway, because yeah, been following this band always as well, and I have all the releases. Very solid, you know, discography as well. So yeah, go and give him a listen, because this is quality death metal. Not again of the most brutal kind of death metal, but yeah, quality stuff. Then I'm gonna do a new band. This is a CD by Infern, Turn of the Tide. This came out this year. This is their first release, I think, or first album at least. They might have had an EP. But yeah, this is old school kind of worship. It has a lot of, especially on the vocal side, I do get a lot of Carl Willits from Bolt Thrower and Mark Greve. You know, Morgoth, also a little bit of Odd from Sinister from the earlier days. Musically, I mean, there's a couple of songs that have the more Bolt Thrower-esque style of music. You could say, I think it's song 5 here, Archetype of Brutal Aggression, Aggressor. That's a killer track. But yeah, if you like old school European death metal, Infern is doing a killer job with it, and really liking the vocals. That is excellent vocals. I do like that kind of, you can hear everything he sings, but it still has a lot of power and energy, and great songwriting, variated. You know, you get just bits and pieces from different European older bands, and yeah, go and check out Infern. Good stuff from France. Yeah, I forgot to show the Merciless t-shirt. Of course I did. I wanted to pick up, and these have the backside, Those Who Reign Below, which is the album title, which I probably forgot to say, but yeah, again, killer stuff. Then we're going to a very slow, this is Ataraxie with Le Déclin. See it there. This is their this band started in 2000, and I think this is their 6th album. But they do create very long albums. This album is 1 hour and 20 minutes long, and several of their albums have that kind of length. But they kind of do funeral doom, and then they do death metal. They are also kind of entering a little bit death doom, but it's kind of a unique mixture. I mean, there's insanely long songs. It's just 4 songs. You know, they are 20 minutes long, but I never get bored with listening to Ataraxie. I think the way they play it, they kind of know how to turn up the pace when it's needed, and it's great. And also, again, killer vocals. He has a great set of pipes, and yeah. But you need to like funeral doom if you want to listen to this album, because there is a lot of you know, funeral doom here, but it's also death metal. So just an absolutely one of the best to do this type of. I do call them a funeral doom band, but it's kind of there's a lot of pure death metal in this as well. You know, not blasting death metal, but you know, when the kind of death doom bands turn up the pace, it's in that vein. Last one is an old band. I don't remember when these guys started, but again, probably early 2000, maybe late 90s. It's Temple of Baal, Lightslaying Rituals. These were released in 2009 or 8. I'm not quite sure. This was the first kind of they went from black metal to death metal, or black and death metal with this album. I really like this, and I do like the album after as well. So great album if you like more of the evil death metal, black and death metal, whatever you want to call it. As this but yeah, a band that I don't see much people talk about. I really do like a couple of their albums. I'm not too sure about the black metal period. I do prefer their kind of latest work. But yeah, a good band. I also picked up these black metal Servants of the Beast. I think this is the first album. It's raw and primitive black metal, but you know, the French black metal scene has a cool vibe to them anyways. I haven't played this a lot because this is new to me. This was my first entry to this band back in the days. I do have it on CD, but Agonia had it on sale, so I picked it up. This one is out on Oakenshield, Battle SKRS. I don't know what that says. You know, you can look at that yourself. But yeah, so this is a pure black metal release. But again, go and listen to legends from France. You know, both these bands are very good. And yeah, this was my short salutation for the French metal scene, and really looking forward to dig more into this album. And as I said, the cover artwork is excellent. So yeah, that was all. I'm not gonna blabber more about it. I do have more stuff to show, and I do have some more coming in. So I don't know if I'm gonna shoot everything in one video or not, but I thought it was just a nice touch to do just French band for once. And yeah, thanks as always for watching and commenting and subscribing, and until next time, be sure.